So here we are, standing next to this massive piece of engineering. I've always liked a bit of challenge in my projects, and this is the culmination of all that thinking, every bit of design, every technological leap we've made.
The Yangwang U8, a vehicle that pushes boundaries not just in size but in the way we think about cars. First of all, let's talk about its scale. I'm not a small guy, but when you stand next to this thing, it's like the car is looking down on me. It's more than 5 meters long, over 2 meters wide, and well over 190 centimeters in height. You'd think a car this big might feel cumbersome or even impractical, but trust me, it's built for more than just sheer mass. It's a showcase of ideas, a place where we can throw every bit of advanced technology we've got and let it do its thing. And this is the high-end model. This is where we push the limits. The sub-brand from Bide Auto is all about affordability, but the U8 is all about what we're capable when we really let our engineers and designers go wild.
You've probably seen big cars before, but let me show you what's special about this one, the front end. Let's start there. The daytime running LED strips, they're huge. They aren't just lights, they're a statement. But it's not all about flash.
These strips, combined with the triangular element in the middle which represents the universe, give the car a sense of purpose. You've got stars in those LEDs, and as you use the car, those layers can tell you things like which direction the car is moving, especially when you raise or lower the car with the hydraulic suspension. Arrows appear on the lights, guiding you as if the car is speaking to you, showing you where it's going. There's a lot more potential here too. The LEDs are versatile. As the tech improves, we'll be able to do even more with them, play with the light to enhance the experience even further.
Now, I won't claim that the U8 is the most beautiful car I've ever seen, but what it is definitely impressive. It's got a distinctive look, a presence that demands attention.
The radar on the front might seem like an afterthought, but trust me, it's far from it. This car is covered in sensors, and the roof is no exception. There are 3 humps up there, with the middle one housing a LiDAR system that scans the road ahead. There's a whole range of features tied to that, some of which we'll get into later. On the roof, the outside 2 humps might be empty. The middle one holds that LiDAR system, ready to read the road ahead. It's a key part of the car's intelligent driving features. And the possibilities don't end there, there's room for expansion. You could add anything from night vision to extra lighting up there. It's like an open canvas for more technology.
The camera systems are another key feature. You've got cameras on the sides, front and rear, essential for off-roading and for parking, which is an absolute necessity in a car this size.
With the rear view camera, the U8 doesn't just help you see what's behind. It also functions as a dash cam. We've been testing it on the road, putting it through some acceleration and braking tests, and let me tell you, it's mighty impressive. A 1,200 horsepower engine, powered by 4 motors, 1 on each wheel. The thing accelerates like a rocket. Even with its massive weight, it stops just as effectively. The handling is something else too. And yes, the U8 can perform tank turns. It's exactly what it sounds like. This car can rotate in place, just like a tank. It's as cool as it sounds, and it's fascinating to see it in action.
When you get up close, you begin to really understand the scale of this vehicle. I'm 18.3 km tall, and when I stand next to the car, the bonnet comes up well past my head. I can't help but marvel at how much space the design has given us to work with.
The mirrors, they're huge compared to what you'd see on a regular car. And the size of the whole vehicle? It's over 5 meters long. This thing is a behemoth, no doubt about it. But here's the thing, when you build a car this big, you also get the room to incorporate a lot of cool features. Take, for instance, the LED strips around the side. They're not just for looks, they serve as the world's largest battery indicator. When you're charging, they start to light up, cascading like a smartphone's battery indicator. It's a simple thing, but it's the kind of detail that sets the U8 apart. Looking at the back, you get that same strong design language. The spare wheel with its camera is imposing. The rear lights echo the front end signature, maintaining that distinct look. And then there are the additional cameras for all the assistance systems. Off-roading, you've got it covered. Parking, you've got it covered too. Now, let's talk about power. This is an electric vehicle, make no mistake about it. There's no hybrid confusion here. 4 electric motors, 1 on each wheel. But there's a twist: the generator motor at the front doesn't drive the wheels. Instead, it serves as a range extender, powered by petrol. That's right, the petrol doesn't power the wheels directly. It's only there to generate electricity to keep the car going. The U8 is a pure electric vehicle in terms of driving experience, but that range extender gives it the potential to cover much greater distances. With a 75-liter petrol tank, the U8 can go for up to 1,000 kilometers, but the whole time, You're driving purely electrically. The petrol engine only kicks in when it's needed.
Wheels, they're big. 22-inch rims, the kind of size you need for a vehicle this massive. But there's flexibility here too. If you're going off-road, you can opt for smaller wheels to get more rubber on the road.
It's about maximizing the car's off-road capabilities. Suspension. It's all about ground clearance. The U8 comes with a hydraulic suspension system, capable of raising and lowering the vehicle to adjust for whatever terrain you're tackling. The suspension can even self-level, which is especially helpful when you're parked on uneven ground. I've seen this in action, and it's one of those things that really make you appreciate the engineering behind the U8. Stepping inside the vehicle, the first thing you notice is the luxury. The seats are covered in Nappa leather, with ventilated and heated sections. The bolsters on the sides of the seats adjust automatically when you're cornering, keeping you in place. It's like a racing seat, but without the constant pressure. Just when you need it, and then it eases off when you're driving straight. The controls are simple. Everything you need is within arm's reach. No weird, touch-sensitive panels that distract you from driving. Just good old-fashioned buttons where you expect them to be. The steering wheel, too, follows this traditional approach with actual physical controls. There's no overcomplicating things here. You get a full suite of technological features, but they've kept the interface user-friendly, sensible. The cockpit is clean, simple, no clutter. The centerpiece is a massive curved screen that controls everything related to the car. It's intuitive and easy to navigate. Below that, there are physical buttons for the drivetrain, auto parking, diff locks, and suspension controls. This blend of digital and physical controls is something I really appreciate. It's the best of both worlds: tech when it makes sense, and physical controls when you need them most.
The driving experience is commanding, with a well-laid-out cockpit that's easy to use. There's a dial for adjusting the driving mode, normal, sport, or eco. The car adapts to.
The sound, the lighting, everything changes to match the selected driving mode. And then there's the Sport Plus mode, which gives you the full boost of 1,200 horsepower. But even then, you don't lose sight of comfort. You can still control things like your head-up display and seat settings through the screen. It's a vehicle built for flexibility, performance, and luxury. Overall, the Yangwang U8 is a massive leap forward in automotive design, and it's just the beginning. It's a car that's got space, power, and technology to spare. Every inch of this vehicle is designed to give you the best possible experience, whether you're off-roading in the mountains or cruising down the highway. And with the potential for even more features in the future, I'm excited to see where this journey takes us. This is more than just a car. It's a statement. As the sun began to dip below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, I couldn't help but feel a sense of satisfaction creeping over me. This was more than just another car. This was a statement, a culmination of all the ideas and innovations we had worked so tirelessly to bring to life. And standing here at the helm of something so incredibly advanced, I found myself reflecting on the journey that had led to this moment. I shifted in my seat, my fingers briefly grazing the cool surface of the Nappa leather, a subtle reminder of the craftsmanship that had gone into every detail. The car was designed to feel luxurious, but not in an ostentatious way.